First time in a long time, but back like I never left. Taking each day as it comes, you know me, I don't read ahead. Watch me burn down everything, BDE on the TV set. When I'm in control on the road, you can never really know what's up next.
Hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Braden Herrington here with Davie Portman for upNXT, postwrestling.com, Apple Podcast, Spotify, and of course,
twitch.tv/upnextpodcast. Hello, Twitch room. I can already see people in the room saying, oh boy, I had to tune in for this one, because we got a doozy today, guys.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to talk about.
lot.
I know it's going to be a long night when you grab a bottle of tequila and you put it on the table with us here tonight.
Yeah.
You're always the one who's like...
There was a lot more tequila in this the other day.
Yeah, maybe we'll talk about that too. We usually don't get don't like to get too lit before doing a show, but
especially this is our flagship show, Braden.
That's right. And we thought, after this one, it makes you want to drink after stuff. But we're being too critical. That was for the worst of shows.
Yeah.
That was on the post wrestling feed. That if you haven't checked out already, go listen. John, Way, Davie, and myself talking all about the best of show we did a few weeks ago, and then the worst of show of everything wrestling on the post wrestling feed. Go check it out. Yes, we're mean.
And check out the YouTube video.
There's a YouTube video.
I tuned in on Thursday night to watch it.
Right, you watch back your.
I watched it back. I never do that, but I was like, it's the worst of. I wanted to read what the room was saying and stuff.
Yeah.
So many people thought it was live. It's like, guys, they still have a Christmas tree up. It's daylight outside.
Yeah, true. Yeah, it was not live. No, because I think I didn't like the sleeping gimmick yet, and I was like, I probably made fun of the sleeping gimmick, and now I love the sleeping gimmick. Maybe, possibly still, but that's the least of our worries on today's show. Yeah, hey, if you're listening to us, thank you. At upNXT Podcast on Twitter if you haven't followed us already, and join the Facebook group if you haven't. There's a Facebook page you can like, and it can lead you to the Facebook group, and it's fun stuff to be interactive with the show and stuff. Yeah, I feel like it's a pour one out kind of day.
It is a pour one out.
Man, they're hitting this hard. They're putting us against the ropes, fam. They got us. They get rid of Johnny. They get rid of Cole. They get rid of Kyle. They get rid of Regal. They get rid of Joe. And now you're telling me they got rid of Walter?
I feel like since what was the bit New Year's Evil?
Yeah,
I enjoyed New Year's Evil. Thought it was a good show, and then there's like sprinkles of things where I'm like, oh, that felt kind of good. Main event tonight, fantastic. And then they're like, fuck you, just kidding.
Bitch, you thought what? We got you. Yeah, really.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. So there is a segment on this show that features a memorial, it's a funeral for a certain wrestler, but we got to pour one out here for Walter because there has been some controversy kind of on the internet I've seen about WWE possibly getting copyright to a certain name. Yeah. Which, yes, has Gunther in it.
Gunther Stark, I believe the name is.
Okay. So what's the background on this name?
It's
got Nazi
people have
relations?
Looked into it and found out that it was like a Nazi German.
Okay, so then now Walter basically says,
Nazi military commander in World War II. He served as a captain lieutenant for Hitler's U-boat command in the English Channel.
So we're gonna change Walter, who spells his name in all capitals already. So he's already lit. You already know he's a badass guy.
It's Walter.
Yeah, it's not just Walter.
We're shouting it at
exactly. Yeah, or sometimes Water, depending on his Titantron. They've changed that though. He's Gunther.
Yeah, apparently, according to the end of this show.
Man, pour one out.
Yeah. So I don't get it. We might as well. It's the hot topic tonight, so we can do a bit of chit chat after.
Yeah,
but let's just get right to the meat and bones here. Gunther, this guy's been he's one of your longest reigning champions ever with that UK title run. Yeah. He's been in the company long enough. People know who he is. Why at this point would you change it? Are Marcel and Icon are going to change their names as well?
They already changed their names though, right? Weren't they something else on the
but years ago.
Yeah,
like they changed when they came into the company like 5 years ago.
Right.
It was Axel Dieter Jr. and Fabian Eichner.
So maybe we got better names. Maybe.
Axel Dieter Jr. is kind of cool, I think.
Well, let's not. Walter is cool. Walter's great,
cool.
And he's had this name forever. And now all of a sudden,
he's
already been your champion for like what?
Yeah,
like 3 years.
He's been like a main.
Why would
guy.
you change the name?
He was on that Survivor Series thing. Like he's been on
Don't
main
remind us
roster.
about-
I know, but like, yeah,
Was it a Royal Rumble or a Survivor Series? No, it was a Survivor
Series.
Oh man. Yeah. Okay. So also, all I can think of is that dude from Friends,
Yes,
the seventh friend.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. He just
Rest in peace. Right. Yeah. We did talk about him on our World Champ
on our In Memoriam
show. Yeah.
Rest in peace, Gunther. But we have a new Gunther. As one Gunther goes,
another one is born.
That's right. And Gunther is now in NXT. Walter got jacked, probably moved to the States, and they're like, "Yeah, we're changing your name, so we own your name." I mean, I know we can complain about wrestlers' names, and it's kind of silly that we do, but why why?
Yeah.
Why? It like so stupid.
I mean, maybe
Gunther.
like if they're rebranding him, it at least shows they kind of have plans. I don't know.
That's looking at it with a half glass full.
I mean, you could say the same about Bearcat and shit, couldn't you?
Bearcat.
Keith Lee.
Oh.
Like, it shows they're thinking when they're like,
Right.
actually, we want to do something, even if it's dumb. But, yeah.
Come on. They're not calling this guy Gunther.
It seems that way.
No. That's dumb.
It is dumb. This whole company's dumb.
That is like mega. Like, that is like so stupid. I can't even come up with anything funny to say. It's bad. It's so bad.
That they can't call it. They're just going to call him Gunther.
Gunther, one name.
Instead of
like Walter. Madonna, Gunther, Walter.
He should team up with Eric. Eric and Gunther.
Eric and Gunther.
Eric, Gunther,
Fuck.
Reggie.
Man.
What's with all these names?
It's messed up. It's hurting. What a stupid thing that they have done.
I try. I'm definitely the optimist on this show of the two of us. I try and enjoy it, and I try to like take more out of the good things. Yeah. But like, they're fucking with me.
They really are. That's what I'm saying. Like they got me down. It's like NXT 2.0 launched, and they kept hitting me, breaking me down, Braun breaking me down, and now I'm like I said, I'm on the ropes. I'm just like, man, okay, Walter, Roddy, yes, I'm getting back up. I'm getting into this. Yes, Creed Bros, okay, they're pretty good. All right, and then we're gonna change this name to fucking.
At the end of the
Gunther.
day, it is just a name,
Yeah.
and like as long as we can get quality of matches like we were tonight. Like, that's what I want more, but it's still fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Great stuff from WWE. Never stop WWE.
I think they knew it's our last show together for a while. Right?
Yeah.
It's the last NXT in person for a little bit. So I thought they wanted to throw that bomb on it.
Wow. Bravo, WWE. You still cease to amaze me. Like, just when I thought...
You don't cease to amaze me.
Just when I thought they couldn't do anything stupider than do what they did with NXT, they go out there and they redeem themselves over and over and over again. Just fucking great. Pour one, not even pour one. We need a shot for Gunther. For Walter.
Yeah.
For Walter. Big Walter. You know, we have a Walter in our friend group. One of our listeners is named Walter.
We do.
Who's actually
Big Walt Diesel.
Yeah, he's actually taller than Walter. Sorry.
I'm doing
Gunther.
like a halfie.
Yeah,
I do want to get through the show.
Yeah, true. But it might help me. So he's our only Walter now.
Yeah.
He's the captain now. He's the Walter.
He
now.
is.
He's the only Walter.
He is the Walter.
He should claim the Twitter handle now. If Walter had one. I know it's gonna be Gunther soon. Jeez.
I feel our Walter knows people who could get things done.
It's true. Yeah. Well.
All right. Well.
Yeah. Cheers. If you're listening to this in wherever you are.
Yeah. Pause it. Pour a shot. And
yeah. Not if you're driving though. Cheers,
it.
imaginary cheers to us here. We appreciate you. That one was dedicated to Walter.
Yeah.
To Gunther. This was some tequila, by the way. That's what we just shot. You're in a tequila phase.
I am. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll get into the rest of NXT. But how you doing?
Yeah, I'm all right actually. I had a really nice walk today.
Wow.
We had like crazy snow in the city, which I'm sure a lot of you have heard already from John and Way. But like it was people, what were they saying? It was the biggest snowstorm since the 70s or something. I was reading the amount of snow that fell. It was crazy, and everything's been blocked. But today was beautiful, like blue sky, sunshine.
Yeah,
it was cold, but like not crazy cold. And most of the like sidewalks and things were cleared now. It's still an effort. It's like a real workout going for a walk.
There's a lot of snow.
Felt good. I went for a long walk, got my hair cut. Thanks for noticing. And
it looks great.
It looks swish, doesn't it?
It does. It looks nice.
Yeah.
You come home when you have a bad haircut and you get mad.
I had 2 bad haircuts the last 2 times. So the guy today, I walked in.
Yeah.
I guess snow's putting people off, so they were a bit quieter than usual.
Nice.
And I was like, hey, look at this. Like, this is happening.
Right.
And this is happening. Can we sort it out, please?
Your hair was
and
fun,
like I
or...
knew he was taking
Proper.
his time, and I'm happy.
Damn.
Yeah.
So it's just been a good day.
It's been a good day.
Yeah.
Watching Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, we're gonna be talking about Ninja Turtles this week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't give away.
No, I'm not saying
don't
anything.
Talk about it yet, but can't wait.
Yeah, finally watched Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, Fire
pizza.
You had pizza?
No, I wanted pizza.
I told when you watch Ninja Turtles 2, the first minute he's like voted like when you watch that you order pizza.
Right.
Like is determined. But yeah, I mean now you know what the wise man once said was, don't pay full price for late pizza.
Yeah,
which
true.
we agree with. It's common. It's on our wall.
It's true. Yeah,
essentially, it's in our religion.
We got free Chinese last week.
I did. It took so long that like one of my items was cold. I was like, not today, not today, Gunther.
Yeah,
you ain't stopping me. Yeah.
I Uber Eatsed on Sunday. Like,
well, let's talk about Sunday.
Yeah.
Because we're having a shot here while we drink and do a show. I mean, and this I'm shocked. That's how I knew this Gunther thing hurt you, because Saturday we had a little like boys' night. Goodbye party for you, essentially. Just a few friends over.
Yeah.
Some people we usually see when we go out and hang out with that we can't do anymore because things are closed here. Had some friends over, and just things got out of hand. Suddenly it wasn't a boys' night. It just turned into everything.
Yeah.
There was a bottle of Henny that went away quick.
There was Henny. There was Sun Comfort. There was bourbon. There was tequila.
Yeah.
There was
Suntory
vodka.
Whiskey. Vodka, lots of vodka.
Yeah, lots of vodka.
I
had a bunch of beers, like a load of sour beers.
I somehow turned one of our microphones into a karaoke. I set up
karaoke.
I set up a Yeti podcast mic to my KRK speakers and then ran karaoke through a Chromecast. And I think we in our whole party. There was a witch at one point. She uncursed us. She bid away our evil spirits.
There was a girl who hated me, but she seemed to like me as well. It was very confusing.
Yeah, she really hated you. She doesn't know anything about wrestling, but kept calling you a jabroni.
Okay.
So I don't know if she knows that is like a wrestling thing, but she's like, wrestling, that's fucking stupid. Look at this fucking jabroni. Yeah. But I guess it didn't matter because I'm pretty sure I saw you guys making out. Yeah, so you guys are okay, I guess.
Yeah, it's strange. Yeah. Haven't had a night like that for a while.
Is she married?
What? No. I'm going to miss her.
Yeah, so then I don't know. I had to bring this up because you guys, you and well, just all of us, we had a fun time. We did karaoke, like I mentioned, and we drank just quite a lot. And I've known you for many years now, and we were roommates. We lived together. I've never seen you that hungover and fucked up ever in my life.
I don't think yeah, that's up there. That's really up there.
Big hangover.
I mean, couldn't even.
You're over 30 now. These hangovers are gonna hit if you go hard.
Yeah, it was the mixing. I mixed a lot, and I don't normally do whiskey anymore either. And oh boy, I was too. I couldn't even like lay in bed, and you know when you're a little hungover and you can just watch TV all day. Yeah. Like I couldn't even do that.
Damn.
And I think I stopped puking at about 8 p.m. It was terrible.
I don't know, dude. Like, I felt bad for you. I was checking on you. I was making sure. I was like, yo, you okay?
Finally got ramen at like 9:30. Spent way too much on it because I was like, I'm packing, having everything. They were really on time. Damn. Really on time. I should have picked a place further away. Yeah. And be like, you're sending me a cyclist in this snow?
In this snowstorm.
And then had like 2 bites of it. I was like, I can't have anything. And then went to sleep. I've
never seen you hurting after a night out ever.
It was
hard. And it was a night in, even though it was like random people in our house.
Yeah,
just good times. Yeah. Well, I guess our evil spirits weren't like warded away, or maybe that's the cleanse.
I think so.
Maybe. I don't know. I felt okay. I heard a little bit. And I was like, the Henny though. The Henny gets you twisted, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a good night.
So you're going to be going to the UK. Yes. You're going to be visiting your fam, and you're going to be going away for like a few months. So you're actually going to be still doing shows.
Yeah.
And we're going to be continuing the shows, just in case anyone's wondering. But actually, next week is when you fly out. So Tuesday and Wednesday, I will be joined by some guests instead of you.
That's right. I'll be away next week, and then the week after, I'll be back. Yeah. And I think I know we advertised a watch along for the Rumble, but I think we're gonna not do one for this. As fun as they are, it's we've both been invited to things, so we kind of want to. Do that when we can.
Yeah, so back home, like, the bars are still open, so you're going to be, I think, doing, like, something with your friends. And I think I'm just going to have a few people over, and I want to do, like, a pool and stuff. So, it's in a make good, if any patrons of us are interested, I'm thinking of bringing back a Royal Rumble tailgate on Saturday instead. Patrons only will be invited, because those get kind of wild and kind of fun. Yeah. I even think one of our friends who was here on Saturday, Travie, he's going to come and hang out while we do it. So maybe he'll do some wrestling comedy with it. But yeah, any patrons, keep following the socials, join the Facebook group. If you are already, you'll see some updates on that. But no watch along for the Royal Rumble.
No, but the very next day, if you've been watching the Twitch stream, you'd have seen the commercial at the beginning, and it's all on our Twitter and obviously on the YouTube replay. Press the subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube. The upNXT Rumble. 4 p.m. Eastern Time on Sunday, the 30th of January. 30 contestants vying to be number one and become the number one contender.
That's right.
At upNXT Mania 2.
Let's go, baby.
Yes.
Let's go. Okay, last year you tried this thing, and it was successful. You had 30 different people enter this trivia game, and by the end of it, Chris Elliott won. And he went on to upNXT Mania to face me, to no avail. I beat him. Fuck his kids. He's a nice guy.
It was a massive heartbreak.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. I love his kids, though. But it was good times. Then I was champion for a while, but then I lost it to Fire Frank. I'm still a little sour. And then I challenged him again, and I lost again.
He's kind of our Gunther, isn't he, at this point? Like, he's unbeatable.
He even beat Colby Carino.
He did beat Colby Carino.
He technically beat Colby Carino for the BDE Championship still. So he's still the champion.
Yeah, he's won him a multi-man. That's when you always know. If you retain during the multi-man.
It's a real run when you retain in the multi-man pay-per-view. So he did. And Fire Frank is the champion. And, well, I've fought him a few times and lost. And I can't, even at my own game, I still can't manage to get him. So we're doing a Rumble. And the winner of this gets to face him in a few months at upNXT Mania. And they get to face Frank for the title. And, I mean, it's pretty crazy.
Well, as it's Rumble season, I want to say I'm hosting it. But you know what? I am declaring my entry in the upNXT Rumble.
Wow. Are you cleared?
I've seen you have your success. I've seen Frank have his success.
Have you won in any?
Chris almost had his success. I've never had my moment. And I want my moment, Braden. So I'm entering the upNXT Rumble.
You're officially entering the upNXT Rumble. I heard there's a few other people that have successfully entered the Royal Rumble. I know, I believe, I could be wrong, but reports say, I think Andrew Thompson reported it first on postwrestling.com, but Brandon from New Jersey has entered the upNXT Royal Rumble.
I mean, he was Wendy Chu before Wendy Chu was Wendy Chu.
Yeah, she stole his gimmick.
Yeah, last Rumble he fell asleep during it and missed his entrance and came in like after number 30. Sorry, I'm late.
He was like, oh, I fell asleep.
He's still lost.
He's always sleeping on the job.
Yeah.
That's why I never get my deliveries on time. So Brandon from New Jersey's entered. We have a few other. I know someone from Post Wrestling has entered. He's won some of our games before, but never won gold.
The big one.
I feel like Mr. Wei Ting has a bone to pick with some people in the upNXT Rumble. I mean, we had a great showdown with him and Andrew Thompson last year.
That is true.
It would be interesting to see something like that again. But that's not all, Davey, because we have better Rumble surprises than the WWE could possibly have. Who we have lined up for this Rumble? You're not ready.
Let's see. After upNXT,
after
upNXT
the
Rumble,
weekend,
we'll see who had the best entries in the Rumble. Was it us or was it WWE?
Yeah. And we can tell you that we probably will win. Unless Cody does show up in the real Rumble, then, you know. But we have some crazy surprises. And, of course, I'm in the Rumble now. I was the champ last year. I just helped host it. I don't know how this is going to work if we're both trying to host it. We need maybe Frank to help out, ask some questions, because he's the champ. And he's got nothing to do.
I'd ask for you and you'd ask for me.
True. Okay. Yeah. Fair. Yeah. Well, we're entering the Rumble too, because I think I can bring back that title back to the team, and you don't usually win these things, so
I need a pose with it on Tower Bridge, don't I?
Well, this is going to be pretty fun. Definitely check it out, because whenever we do these games, they're pretty wild, and there's lots of surprises and twists and turns. And shout out Dickie, he's working on the visuals and the videos and all this stuff, so it's going to be insane. So go check that out. Sunday, 4 p.m. Eastern time, after the Rumble, the day after the Rumble. So go check that out. The replay will be up. We'll just leave the replay up, I think, eventually. And I'll try to podcast version it maybe as well for the patrons up there.
Absolutely.
But it'll be free.
And you mentioned Wei Ting. We just had him on this feed for our Batman review. We did the Lego Batman movie. We've been working our way through every single Batman film. And Wei joined us to talk all about Lego. And all about the Caped Crusader. We
got real nostalgic over some Lego sets. Chat. That was great. We got sentimental. And then we did bat ratings with Wei. That was pretty good. So, the next one we got to do is the Justice League.
Yes.
That's it.
That's coming up February.
And then our bats.
And then our bats.
I don't know how I'm going to see it. The movie theaters are closed.
Hopefully they'll be open by then.
I want to go see Scream, and I can't. So I don't know what to do.
That's frustrating.
I'm like, I would literally give you my money. Why can't I do that?
Yeah, it's weird. Weird times.
So that was on this free feed. If you liked our Batman reviews, go check that out with Wei. Lego Batman was a pretty funny movie as well. So many things coming on the Patreon, though. If you do want to support us, patreon.com/upNXT. We got so many shows, 400 shows in the bank there. All the retro NXT reviews. We just recorded a What's Next today. We're talking about Sami Zayn, Cesaro. We're talking about Dax the Axe.
Charlotte's
debut.
Yeah.
Oh, right, of course. A tag title change with a wrestler who just recently got cleared again.
Yes, that is true.
Interesting.
A gorgeous sighting.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
That's true. Some crazy things happening in 2013 NXT. And then, of course, we have all the best match ever, 2021, part 1 and 2. That's up there. All the old pay-per-view reviews and everything. But we also have a show where world champs pick stuff.
Yes.
And they get to come on. We just did a ICW with our world champ, Greg, talking about Fear and Loathing 8 from 2015.
Grado versus Drew Galloway.
And I got into it. I can't believe it. We did. And we talked about some Scottish stuff and some Scottish wrestling. That was cool. Malachi Black makes an appearance in that show as well. But then world champ Frank and the BD champ. He has picked.
Double champ, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. He has picked. That's right, Frank Two Belts. He has picked Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The 1990 movie. The original movie, and we're going to talk all about it. You have never watched it until today, so we're going to record that tomorrow, and we're going to get all your thoughts on Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
So, first time ever.
Yeah. I'm not spoiling anything right now.
And then someone will clearly pick Ninja Turtles 2, and then hopefully not number 3, which means someone will pick number 3. It's really bad.
Probably.
It's good, but no, it's not.
And then, finally, next week, to get us all in the Rumble mood, we'll be joined by former upNXT Rumble winner Chris Elliott with his Up Yours pick, and he's picked Royal Rumble 2000.
Yes.
One of my favorite matches ever is on this show.
The Bikini Battle Royal.
Absolutely, yeah.
Right.
It's when I discovered who I was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine was the Hardy Boys Dudleys, but to each your own.
Yeah.
Triple H Mankind was okay.
Oh yeah, that one's good. The Rumble itself, pretty fun.
Yeah, this is one of the best pay-per-views of all time.
I think so. It's up there for me.
I still have the DVD. I didn't give that one away.
And my kind of peak interest as a kid.
In a lot of things.
I'm
excited for this show. Royal Rumble 2000?
No, it's going to be a good chat.
It's one of my favorite shows.
It's going to be a good chat.
So Chris Elliott picked that. We're going to be joined by him. We're going to talk all about that this week, next week. So many shows. Again, only $5 to support us on our Patreon. It's what we do here, and we appreciate all you guys. But hey, maybe you just listen to this show or be the Elite. Tomorrow we'll talk about Dynamite and Moxley and maybe some GCW talk and all that. So if you're listening to the free feed, go on Apple Podcasts. Give us a nice little review.
Yeah. Please. Yeah, say nice things. Nice things.
Yeah, we need some nice things.
Help us.
Yeah, nice things go a long way. Sometimes you just got to be nice.
Yeah.
Guys, let's talk about some NXT.
Now let's some shit on some NXT.
Yeah, fuck NXT. Oh, you know what? People have been pretty mean online. What's going on with people hating on Rey Mysterio? Did you see what that was about?
No.
They announced the video game cover, finally.
Okay.
With Rey Mysterio on it.
Oh.
And everyone's like, Rey Mysterio sucks. And some of the other half of the internet like stood up for him. And now there was a war. Like,
weird.
Debating. And I find that insane. Are these kids saying this? What's going on? Rey Mysterio is maybe in the top 5. Like, he is up there.
I'd say Rey Mysterio's great. Weird choice for the cover.
You hate Rey Mysterio?
No, I just don't know.
Wow, you hate Rey Mysterio.
I mean, I guess these games, they want to go for a recognizable face, don't they?
He's a recognizable
Well, that's
face.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But, like, as far as relevance in WWE today, like, no, he's not.
He's wrestling with his kid. He
go,
lost his eye the other day. Give him a break.
Yeah, they were saying yesterday about how the 2 of them are going to eliminate 29 others. And it's like, what?
Rey Mysterio just threw his kid out, though.
He did, yeah.
Fuck them kids,
Fuck
bro.
them kids. You're not even mine.
Yeah. You're Eddie's. It's fine. Get out of here. Yeah, damn.
No, but yeah, no, Rey's great.
Rey Mysterio doesn't deserve that hate, no.
Weird front cover, though. It
does look cool, like with the colors and stuff.
Okay.
But yeah. Has he ever been on the... I don't think he has. He once posted a photo
Maybe
that
there
was
were a
edited.
few, weren't there, on like SmackDown v Raw or something?
Yeah. Good for him. He deserves it.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Who else? Roman? No one knows who that is outside WWE.
Sorry?
Like maybe if you saw the Fast and Furious movie, but Rey Mysterio is still more famous. Like
more recognizable than Roman, I'd say at this point. Yeah.
Like I'm not saying that this means the be all end all, but I was just in Mexico, and anywhere I went, the most lucha masks I saw were Rey Mysterio, like everywhere.
Oh, for sure.
So I mean, he is. What is his thing? The greatest mask of all time.
Yeah.
The Gamote.
The Gamote.
The Gamote. Everyone knows the Gamote.
Everyone knows the Gamote.
And that's why he's on the cover.
Okay, yeah, the cover looks cool.
Yeah.
But is it out on PS4 or do I need to get PS5 for that? Do I even get a PS5 now? Because this Activision buying.
What do you mean?
Xbox have just Microsoft have just bought Activision.
Wow.
Which means no more like Call of Duty on PlayStation and stuff like that, as far as I'm aware. I'm not like fully into the gaming world, but yeah, like 70 billion or something like Microsoft have bought like a load of games that were cross-platform before.
Okay, well let me ask you this. Does this mean that we still have to play 2K19?
Yeah.
Okay. When can we not play 2K19, WWE?
I think we need a PS5 maybe.
Oh no. I just got
No, they'll probably have it on PlayStation 4 as well, won't
maybe.
they? Yeah.
I just got a Switch. I don't think that helps me in that department.
I don't know.
But Mario Kart 9, whenever that comes out, that could be. I need Switch games, people. Let me know what games to play. So yeah, wow, I did not know that. That's crazy.
Yeah, big news.
Xbox. It's fun to play together.
Oh, and not confirmed if different games will be exclusive yet.
Here you are starting rumors.
Yeah.
That's libel.
I'm sorry.
Let's go to NXT from Tuesday, January 18th, 2022. We start off with LA Knight showing up in a nice big red car with a nice big red shirt that says LA Knight on it.
Yeah, I like his big red shirt.
Yeah. Gets out of the car. He's going through the parking lot. He sees Chase University, and he kind of walks past them. He then walks past Briggs and Jenson. Right, that's their name?
Oh, the stars of Tonight Show.
Yeah, definitely. I did notice that Jenson was wearing Wrestling Isn't the Same Since Terry Gordy.
Since Terry Bam Bam Gordy.
Yeah, which is a nice shirt. LA Knight just beelines it to the ring. He comes out, his music hits. He's got a mic. Yeah. He says, Grayson Waller, get out here. I want to face you face to face, and I know you will only attack me from behind. You won't look me in the eyes. Grayson doesn't show, so he says, that's what I thought. And the crowd chants, Grayson Waller sucks. And he says, that's exactly what is true. He calls him a chickie D. He says, you're mad because a chickie D turned you down. And it's because you don't have the Kavorka of LA Knight. And we all know you couldn't get the job done if you were with her anyways. And then Grayson Waller comes out and reveals to LA Knight that actually he's got a restraining order against LA Knight because LA got some revenge on him last week. And, well, LA Knight says, since, you won't tear that up and face me, I guess you'll have to face someone else. And out comes Dexter Lumis, who just slithers in. The lights change, and he slides in. And looks like Waller's got to revisit some friends from the past here.
Yeah, he's either got to face Dexter and keep the restraining order, or face LA Knight.
Yeah.
So he chose Dexter.
That's right. So they go to break, but when they come back, the match it's happening right now.
Yeah.
Dexter Lumis versus Grayson Waller. Dexter is beating down on him, a series of clotheslines out of the corner, and then a pop-up uppercut, which was pretty cool, and then a neck breaker, and then another one, and the crowd chants one more time, so he does it again. Waller gets Dexter outside finally, and then does his like running out of the ring clothesline, but like to the guardrail. As they go to commercial break, when we come back, there's Dexter fighting back with uppercuts and boots to the head. Then, while they're scuffling, they kind of get to the outside. I think Dexter hits him with the side effect and then goes for the silence. But Waller escapes, so Dexter climbs out with him. When Dexter's attacked by someone.
Yeah.
I thought this was, I don't know, we do a show where we review old NXT, and currently remember Sylvester Lafort?
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was him.
Kind of similar, yeah.
Then I was like, whoa,
dark.
Is this just bigger Tony Nese? Because he's always sitting in the crowd somewhere. But no, this isn't. Oh, then I thought, wait, did they send Veer to the wrong
Veer
show?
Go the wrong way?
No, it's not, but I think I'm on the right track.
It's his old tag partner,
That's
is it not?
exactly it.
It's Sarray.
That's right. Sarray attacks...
In a nice suit?
In a nice suit, yes. Attacks Dexter Lumis. The ref doesn't see it. There's the rolling into the ring stunner from Grayson to Dexter. 1, 2, 3. It's over. Grayson Waller beats Dexter Lumis.
So last time we saw Sarray, he was spoiling matches, and now he's come back and he's spoiling matches.
Yes, he famously tweeted the taped...
Great American Bash, was it? It was
Lee?
Keith Lee becoming double champ, right?
That's right.
And posted a picture of him celebrating with
Instagram.
confetti and both belts.
On like the 2 days before or something like that. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Wow. So, yeah, he's his new heavy, I guess.
Yeah. Bit of a weird pairing, but we'll see where it goes. Just some muscle, I guess, for Grayson.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess if he's pissing off everyone, he needs a bit of a bodyguard. But I can't say I really like much of what this guy did in his first run in NXT.
Is he the guy...
But he's been away for a while, so maybe he's improved. Let's hope.
Is Veer the guy who's the baseball pitcher?
Veer's $1 Million Arm guy.
Okay, the movie with John Hamm.
Yes.
I've still never seen it.
It's fun. It's a good film.
Do they send Veer?
What do you mean?
Is Veer in it?
Veer's... The actual Veer?
Yeah.
Don't think so. They show like photos at the end.
He's got to have a cameo in it, though. Everyone's got a cameo in their own movie.
I don't know, Braden.
Wolf of Wall Street, the guy at the end, he comes out, it's him.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Do I need to watch that movie?
What, to understand why Veer's trying to find Raw?
No, just to understand why.
No, this is a completely different guy. It's that guy's friend, his old friend.
Yeah, I didn't quite understand, but hey, maybe it's his muscle and it's...
And obviously commentary here, we're acting like we've never seen this guy before.
Yeah,
like,
we never really have.
Maybe they're Aussie, Indian, maybe big fans of cricket, the two of them. Bond over that. Cricket.
You've watched Ninja Turtles now.
Yeah.
Cricket. A cricket bat is a good weapon, and if that
could be their connection.
If Grayson Waller starts using a cricket bat, I would like that. I would like to see that. But
well, let's see. Yeah.
They show Malcolm Bivens, who was their manager. There should be an interaction there. Malcolm Bivens last weekend. This is footage from like the PC. He's backstage and he bumps into Walter. I'm still gonna call him that for the remainder of the show.
Well, he's Walter at this point,
yeah, exactly,
isn't he?
Yeah. Malcolm Bivens, if you do follow him on social media, is pretty funny. Very funny, actually. But if you've been following for quite a while, he loves making jokes about Walter and how Walter's ducking him. And if, him and Walter were to get in a fight, like he'd slap Walter up. And just for months, he's been doing digs like that. Like, it's been an ongoing joke. So finally, Walter gets his hands on him here. So even if you didn't know this, he's pissing off Walter. But when you do, Walter's like, all right, like, I know what you've been doing. Yeah. And I hate it. So this is, again, from last weekend, they say. And he says no one's worried about Imperium. And Walter lifts him up and pushes him against the locker. It's like a teenage WB show or something, like against these lockers.
Like, the bully. Like, the bully
holding
him up against the locker, yeah.
And Malcolm then retreats and goes, oh, sorry, everyone knows you guys are body guys. You are amazing. And in comes Roderick Strong, who intercepts and says, put him down. And then kind of stands face to face, which then sets up our main event here tonight. The challenge is made. Roderick Strong, Walter, 1-on-1.
You know, I thought both Roddy and Walter sounded pretty awful here. But it's like, I don't care. It's like, this is the match I'm getting? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Roddy always sounds awkward.
Love Roddy.
But like you're saying about high school, he just feels like a high school jock still, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Who's like never grown out of it.
This is true. That's why I hate Roddy on the mic.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
It's weird. He's not the best, but
I love it.
I'm still like, all right, let's go.
It's Roddy Walter.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. We get a video for the Dusty Classic. Yes, it's returning, and it starts here tonight. And we get a little welcome video to our 8 contestants of teams in this tournament. We get the grizzled young veterans, James Drake and Zach Gibson, soon to be recognized as the Dusty Cup winners. We get the Creed brothers, Julius and Brutus. Creed, and they say that they know a thing or two about winning tournaments, because I believe their wrestling background. Then there's Briggs and Jenson.
Yeah.
And they say everybody's got a game plan until you get popped in the mouth. Yep. Then there's Jacket Time.
Oh, yeah.
Kushida and
Ikumanjiro.
Then there's Andre Chase University, which is the team of... Oh, I didn't mention Briggs and Jenson. I guess that pretty much sums up their name.
You did mention them. Yeah.
Andre Chase and Blonde Bodalis.
Yeah, Bodie Haywood.
Bodie?
His name's even Bo.
It's Bodie?
Bodie.
Like, oh, because he kind of has a Point Break flow going.
Okay,
so
I guess. Bodie Haywood.
Yeah, okay. I like him more that he has that name, but it should just be Bodie.
Bodie.
What's his last name?
Haywood.
Haywood?
Yeah.
No. Legado del Fantasma.
Yep.
Raul Mendoza and Rakeem Wild. They say that they've been here a while and it's their time. Edris, Enofe, and Malik Blade. They are the newest kind of team formed together, and they say they may be new here, but they're going to win this tournament. They're looking forward to it. And, of course, MSK, Nash Carter, Wesley, and they're saying they're going back to back with their tournament this year. Damn, crazy. It's stacked.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we have 2 of the matches tonight, but looking at the brackets, I think we could get some interesting matches coming up.
Yeah, with some of these teams, definitely. I mean, Briggs and Jenson and Jacket Time could put on an all-timer.
But no, they won't face each other.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, our boys lost tonight, I'm afraid.
Yeah, this is true. Well, I mean, I just scrolled away from where we were, so
okay.
stall while
all
I
right,
find
yeah,
it.
Sure. Well, I think looking at the brackets, it's probably going to be MSK versus Malik Blade and Idris Enofe in the next round.
Okay.
And then Creed Brothers versus GYV, I'd imagine. So probably Creed Brothers MSK finals.
Well, yes, we get an entrance for the Creed Bros because they're going to come out next. They love going to an entrance and then coming to break and then coming back with something.
It's so annoying.
It's so annoying. Just
poor guys just waiting in the ring.
Yeah, or in this case on the apron, on the ramp. Creed Brothers come out. I like their gear. They're not wearing the pajamas anymore. I thought they looked more serious in these singlets. But then they go to break. When we come back, MSK are backstage, and they say that this match between the Creed Brothers and Briggs and Jenson should be a banger, and that MSK next week are going up against Jacket Time, and that should be a banger. And they're laughing. They're like, that's going to be great. And in come Legado del Fantasma, who are like, you think you have this in the bag, essentially. You won last year and you think you can win again? Well, no, you're not winning this year. And, well, is it Nash Carter's like, no, I think it's Wesley who's like, yo, I can't even understand you. I don't understand what you're saying. Which I think I understand.
Yeah, they spoke perfectly clear.
They were speaking English. But, okay. So
I kind of felt the same here as the last segment. I was like, these guys are all, not very good, but I like them.
Yeah.
MSK, I feel they're like school kids acting. I feel like I'm watching a school play with a lot of these people. But I like them. They've got charisma and personality. It's just I'm finding their promos a little forced.
Yeah, very forced, especially because they are doing the stoner thing with the whole shaman and stuff, and some of it hit and some of it didn't. But then they finally find some grooves that definitely hit, for me at least. And when they feel like they're pushing it and forcing it, I don't find it's good. When I do feel it's them shining through,
they need to relax and sit back a bit more on it. I don't know.
Or maybe it's them that need to be more on hand. Maybe they're being fed lines. I don't know.
Yeah, but it just doesn't seem natural.
Because then
and
in
they
real
seem
life
cool,
seem
likable
cool.
guys.
Yeah,
Exactly.
they seem really cool, and they still come across like they're not, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
What's that problem? It seems weird because they're cool. They're cool, and they're gonna face Jacket Time, which could be a pretty cool match too.
Yeah.
Jacket Time.
Yeah, it should be good.
Jacket Time did not win any awards in best or worst of this year,
They lucked out.
or missed out.
We mentioned them.
They were honorable.
They were
mentions?
honorable, I think,
man.
in
most
in
underutilized was
Yeah.
Kushida for
Yes.
sure. Maybe sort of. Well, we go to Creed Brothers versus Briggs and Jenson, and when I mentioned some people have to wait in the ring and some people have to wait on the entrance ramp, well, here Briggs and Jenson are just standing. It looked like they were like, "And you're on," and they were just like, "Oh yes,
Holding their belt
Oh,
buckles.
he's still
holding it.
The segment earlier,
He was
holding the belt buckle,
Yep.
staying in kayfabe, holding the belt buckle. Damn. Creed Bros versus Briggs and Jenson. Jenson really early in the match knees, I think, Brutus in the mouth.
Brutus, yeah.
And this looked like a straight up knee to the mouth. The mouth guard flies out of his mouth. He looks rocked, and then he sells that he got rocked. Gets up and then gets knocked down again. But then when it cuts to him later, his mouth is bloody.
Yeah.
He got hit.
He got kneed in the face, but I was actually quite impressed with how, I don't know what they had planned, but Jenson just being right on top of him after, and the way Brutus, who was probably rocked, but the way he was staggering around, I thought it really elevated the beginning of this match, and it made Jenson, who, sure, he goofed, he kneed a guy in the face, but I thought it made him look more legit than I've thought of him before.
There's more double punches to... it was Brutus who eventually tags in, and Julius is in, but he's getting punched by Briggs and Jenson, who are tagging in and out. The Creeds finally come back with some side slams. Brutus, like I mentioned, is bleeding, but still hits this like spine buster on Jenson. Briggs comes in, though, and hits a sidewalk slam on Brutus for a 2 count, and then a choke slam for a 2 count. The Creed Bros then take advantage yet again and hit these like spears and side tackles. There's a spot where I think Brutus runs a guy on the like ramp into the crowd barricade, like up on the the entrance
the spear
ramp.
into the barricade.
This was like crazy.
You have Julius going for a spear in the ropes as well, kind of like Steve Macklin's one he's been doing, but whoever it was moved and he just went neck first into the ropes, which looked pretty brutal actually.
Then there's this huge like power bomb and power slam kind of, not a double team, but just like one move after the other from the Creed Bros, which gets them the win. But the Creed Brothers.
I think it's Brutus slams them, and then as they're kind of sitting up from the slam, Julius finishes them off with like this crazy lariat,
like Ishii,
like a sliding D. Yeah,
hitting that sliding D.
I thought this was pretty good.
Yeah, I really like the Creed Bros. Wade Barrett says what I think too is they're the real deal. They have the wrestling. I can tell which one apart sometimes. Yeah. Brutus is the bigger one. Yeah, because he's the Brutus. Julius is he's still big but smaller than him. But I thought like they look like these guys remind me of like young like Kurt Angles or Brock Lesnar, like with the singlets coming in doing the wrestling, but like
they're two Brocks,
like dominating. Yeah, they're crazy.
I think they're so exciting to watch, and Briggs and Jenson, like, spoilers if you didn't listen to Worst Of, they were both of our worst tag team of the year. And I watched this and I was like, man, you kind of proved me wrong in this. I thought the four of them the styles worked really well. This is the first time where I actually bought Briggs and Jenson as these brawlers that they've been saying they are, that they go to pubs and they brawl. Never really seen it too much. Whereas here, it felt like a bit of a brawl with these rough amateur wrestlers throwing them around as well. I really enjoyed it, and I thought the knee to the face did kind of help things.
Pick things up. I was instantly like, whoa, what's going on?
This was pretty good.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the Creed Brothers keep going.
Absolutely.
Further. They definitely have my interest. We go to Dante Chen. Remember him?
No, I didn't, but then I did.
Yeah. He says he was one of the first stars here in NXT 2.0, but he was sidelined with an injury. He's the first Singaporean in WWE, but the leg injury took him out, and it's been difficult. His own father said, like, you got to get back up there. I got to see you wrestle on TV. And recently, my father has passed, he says. So now he has to represent Singapore, and he has to make his father proud here in NXT. The Singaporean warrior ready to compete. I was instantly like, man, I gotta see you wrestle now.
I felt like he was going to go out and sing "You Raise Me Up."
I was ready
in front
for
of
anything.
Simon Cowell. I thought I was watching X Factor or American Idol here.
No, I definitely like it. It is crazy whenever they say, "Hey, I'm the first X country," representing from a country. It's very crazy with that. No one first Singaporean wrestler. I think that's awesome. And then he's like, and my dad died. And anytime anyone's like, yo, my father passed away or someone passed away, it's like you want to just root for them right away. So we were both like, oh man, we gotta see this guy kick some ass right now for your dad, man, 100%. Let's do it. And then that's kind of not what happens. But
yeah, I think you're right. You can't kind of root against this guy after that. It just reminded me of all those talent shows where someone's like, oh, my mum died and then I'm gonna sing a song. And then everyone cries and they get a record.
So it didn't quite go that
bless
way.
Him.
Yeah,
bless him.
It didn't quite go that way for Dante Chen here.
Yeah.
But he comes out.
Good video. It does make you kind of root for him.
He comes out and he says he's ready to put on the best performance. I'm getting things mixed up because they did the thing where he comes out and then they go to break and then they
do
play.
other shit as well.
It's getting so confusing. So he's going to have a match up next. But we go to Imperium backstage. And it's Walter. Rip Walter. Walter, Marcel, and Fabian. They're hanging out. Walter says, we are going to put on the best performance. And we are going to work harder. This is the era of Imperium. You see what they did there? They say, today is the start of our new mission. We dominated the UK, and now we dominate the WWE. We're going to make them understand. It begins today with the win over Roderick Strong. And don't forget, we are Imperium. And the mat is sacred. So he was speaking in German, I assume, to them, and because they had subtitles that said all that stuff I just said.
Live subtitles.
Yeah. The only problem I had is they had so much fake booing, fake noise over this. I instantly could notice this. This is not real sound. It sounds like thousands of people.
The thing is, I can't imagine people getting so mad about like a video thing. Like, when they're doing a live promo,
They didn't even say anything. The mat is sacred.
Boo!
Like, what? It's crazy.
Yeah, it just sounds so artificial. Noise? I agree.
How many people do you think fit in this little CWC thing? This TV set for kid shows?
A couple hundred.
Maybe 200, 300, maybe. I don't know. Maybe not even. And this sounded like 5,000 people. Crowd noises, cheering, booing. Sorry for Walter.
But he sounds way better when speaking in German. I way prefer these like subtitle segments, even though it's hard to keep up noting.
Yeah, I didn't need that fake noise. I did not need that at all. I could have just listened to them talk. I don't know why we needed that. Damn. So, Dante Chen, he's been chilling. He's ready to fight. He's going up against Guru Raaj. Mm-hmm. This match barely gets started. It has a crossbody from Dante to the outside when he is attacked by someone who jumps the rail. Some guy just wearing some jeans and attacks Dante Chen, attacks Guru Raaj, beats him up. When we realize I thought it was Trent Beretta.
It looked like him, actually. Yeah, you're right.
No, it was not. It was
the poker player, Duke Hudson.
Or maybe just Duke Hudson.
Has he given up poker?
I don't know, but he hits Dante with what I describe is a jackknife powerbomb. This was Kevin Nash jackknife.
Yeah, it was a nice powerbomb.
And he's getting pulled apart by the refs afterwards as he beats him up. And he says, I'm Duke Hudson and I'm back.
Stay out of my way.
Yeah. Duke Hudson's back. No vest.
Do you feel no vest, but hair?
Yeah, his hair grew back pretty quick.
Do you feel they did the board angle and then looked at him and went, actually, you look terrible. Stay off TV for 3 weeks. You can come back.
Did we even get to see him, Ball?
We saw like immediately after he lost the rematch against Grimes.
Okay,
he pulled the thing off.
Right, yeah.
And he
was bald.
He was bald and then ran away, and we haven't seen him since.
Right.
So they're like, no, just grow your hair again.
Poor guy.
But he's back. Maybe not a poker player anymore.
Right, good. He lost the vest.
I liked his intensity here, and poor Dante Chen and Guru Raaj, but I think Hudson could be good, and I think if we just get away from the poker shit, I'd like to see where he goes.
Damn. Pour one out for the poker player.
Yeah. Maybe not. He could be playing poker next week.
Or it's like an evolved thing now. Like his moves are just named after poker things.
He now plays craps. What, like
he changes his game?
Changes his game.
War. What are other good card games? I like Big Two, but it's not as exciting, I guess. I don't know. Damn, poker player.
Blackjack.
The Blackjack Duke Hudson. That's never been used before in wrestling.
What, blackjack?
We go to poker.
Well, the Joker's on the other show.
Penta. Yeah, you can't steal that gimmick. Trust me. You don't want to go. You don't want to go that route. He'll do it every week.
Yeah.
You won't win. If you won't.
You won't out Joker the Joker. No.
I'll also remember people push Penta. Push Penta.
Push Penta.
Yeah, I want to see him be pushed tomorrow.
What do you mean? He fought Matt Hardy last week.
Yeah, and he won.
Yeah.
Push Penta. That's all I'm saying. Penta posted a photo with one of the Diaz brothers, like the fighters.
Okay, yeah.
I think in like their shop in California, and I'm like, yo, that.
Oh, Penta. I was thinking Matt Hardy. I was like, that's weird.
You're like, wow, Matt Hardy is hanging out with some interesting people.
I can't see that.
Hey, what about Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy going on tour?
Yeah, what, like a talk thing, is it?
Is it?
I don't know.
I just saw they're going on tour. It's like, oh, is Jeff's band, Pyrox getting back together?
Yeah.
With Matt doing backup vocals?
I don't know. I didn't really read the thing.
No. I think that means Jeff's coming to AEW eventually. One day. Well, continuing on NXT, Joe Gacy is backstage. He's with Harland, who is huge and terrifying. He says, we could have been in the Dusty Classic, but it's not meant to be. And Joe says, I'm not mad at you. I could never be. I'm just disappointed. We've all heard that one before.
Yeah.
He says, we won't have an opportunity to have our names on that trophy, but it gives us time to reflect, time for growth and development. And as they're slowly walking, they run into Odyssey Jones, who's standing there kind of. He's on crutches. And he said he has an injury. And Odyssey says, you're full of crap. Everyone knows that. And Joe Gacy, my idol, says, thank you for your feedback. We appreciate it. And Odyssey hops away like...
I could barely hear Odyssey.
I couldn't understand what he was saying.
He was very quiet.
Low audio or something. Gacy says, don't worry about him, Harland. Like, people like that, they're your bad energy. We need to have the ability to walk away. And then they kind of walk. But then, yeah, he does his, like, Bruce Pritchard, he poses, and then Harland kind of, like, looks. Harland's definitely doing the Michael Myers, like, in the slow, like, turns and stuff. So it kind of leads you being like, Harland looks like he's going to go.
He's going to kill someone.
Murder him. He's going to throw someone down some stairs. Yeah. Throw someone off a roof.
Yeah. Crazy Harland.
That Harland. What's crazy is if you follow Harland on, like, social media and stuff, he's boys with, like, all these big names in the, like, hip-hop community. So I'm like, his character doesn't, like, if this guy's, like, actually, like, cool as fuck, why is it, like, instead he's just being this slow, like, guy?
It's acting. Kane wasn't a demon.
He was a dentist.
He wasn't a dentist either.
Oh, man, are you serious?
It's wrestling, Braden.
No, but, like, why if your guy is already, like...
Just look at him.
He's terrifying.
This guy doesn't look like a hip-hop guy. No. He looks like a terrifying murderer.
He does have pretty good drip in real life.
Okay.
He does. Will he throw Odyssey Jones down some stairs?
We'll find out soon.
Maybe tune in a little bit later. Braun Breaker is backstage, and Mackenzie Mitchell says, hey, how's it been being world champ? He says, I'm finally ready, and being champ has been great, and I proved myself. And he says, there's someone who's stepped his nose in my business, and it's Santos Escobar. He's great, but everyone is gunning for me. Everyone. And in comes Elektra Lopez. And she's like, hey, I want to talk to you. And he just shuts her down. He's like, hey,
no, lady.
Listen, I'm not interested. Save it. Save it, honey. He says, I'm not interested. And in comes Santos, who's like, oh, you don't have to be interested in her, but you listen here, young champion. I'm going to take that title from you, and which sets up, he's like, all right, fine, yeah, I don't care about your partner here, Elektra. You want to fight me? You can fight me. So setting up this match for the future.
I like it. I don't expect Santos to win, but I think it's good for Braun to work with as many of the veterans in there before they all get fired. But yeah, Santos Breaker, I think's a pretty good first feud for Breaker.
Yeah, I'm interested in the match. I have been liking Braun Breaker
And I think it makes him look a good baby face as well, being like, hey, Elektra, like,
save it.
Fuck off.
I see through your
I see
BS.
through it, yeah.
Yeah, get out of
You're
here.
not fooling me like that other guy.
I see you're wearing these low-cut tops.
Yeah.
Trying to get in my business. Get out of here.
And Ollie Jayy, you can do your own thing as well. I'm the NXT champion.
Yeah, get out of here.
You're not distracting me.
I think we have a first time, long time in the chat.
Ooh.
Supersonic, who writes in, Braun Breaker is awesome. Braun Breaker is the Sonic the Hedgehog, but with muscles.
Huh. I'll think on that one.
Yeah. We go to the funeral of Pete Dunne. This is exactly how it sounds. Tony D'Angelo has a black casket and a black wreath and the photo of Pete Dunne all set up in the ring. It is a memorial for Pete Dunne. It has
like Italian funeral music.
Italian Godfather-esque music playing. And Tony is in a black shirt, chain, black leather jacket, black cap. He's like dressed for a funeral.
Oh, yeah.
And he starts...
There's a picture of Pete Dunne doing the shrug in a frame.
Is it doing the bruiserweight
I think
pose?
it was that, wasn't it? Yeah.
It'd be funny if it was the shrug. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today for the burial of the bruiserweight Petey Poppins. He says he was a big-headed man, and he ain't got no body. He said he wanted to go toe-to-toe with Tony D, and he learned a lesson by me. He says, my cousin Tulio told me, when you take care of business, you got to handle it by any means. And well, as you can see, this is a closed casket. Damn. He then says, we can't mourn forever. I think Tony D should move on. Tony D should have more gold to his collection. And I'm talking about the North American Championship. Because I have my eye on that title when he's interrupted. The music hits, and on the perch, we lost Regal, but we got the perch still in the divorce somehow.
Yeah.
Out comes the North American champion, Carmelo Hayes, with Trick Williams. And Tricks, is it Carmelo who says, I'm going to let you finish, but we had one of the best memorial services of all time.
Yeah, because they did one to the Cruiserweight title.
For the Cruiserweight title with the shirt and everything for Roddy and all that. He says, but seriously, what are you saying? You thought we were boys? We were boys? No, we were boys. And Tony says, well, I got my boys. I got my boys, Jerry the Hack, Sammy the Shark, Benny the Groin, JT the Brick. Did you mean brick or prick? Is this The Sopranos?
I don't know what all this was.
Sino was messaging me, friend of the show, Shot in the Dark. Listen to it. He said this is the list of the list of family or boys in the Sopranos movie.
Okay.
Someone needs to fact check it, but
It's been so long since I watched the show.
no, I think the new movie.
Oh, the new movie.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe. The Newark, Saints of Newark.
Right, okay.
I don't know, unless he was lying, but
Right.
check it. So I didn't fact check it, but I loved him. I like him.
He was sending me false names tonight.
Yeah, he could trick with us.
Yeah.
We don't know. Yeah. I know I give Trick Williams some shit, but he made me laugh so hard here when he's like, "Listen here, we don't care about your cousin Sammy or Ben and Jerry's, Mo, Curly. They all skinny and look like Vic Joseph."
I think he's getting way more comfortable. He's definitely growing on me. The pair of them.
Oh, the crowd then laugh and just laugh at Vic Joseph, which I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, Vic Joseph, he looks fine.
He's like, what did I
What did I
do?
fucking do? I'm just standing here like, oh man. So Tony says, keep your name out of my mouth. No, sorry, it's Carmelo who says, Tony, keep your name out of my mouth or the next memorial will be yours and it will be a closed casket. When Cameron Grimes music hits, that's right, it continues. Normal guy Grimes, as I'm calling him. This is just normal guy Grimes.
He's wearing a shirt now with his blazer and stuff. So
it's a shirt, a dress shirt, a blazer, and his haircut, and just
beard trimmed.
He's just not wearing the hat. As our Twitter poll
You did all say we did a poll last week,
Yeah.
asking if you think he'll bring back the hat, and they all said yes.
They did not. He did not tonight.
But he wasn't wrestling.
Yeah, but I mean,
He
wear
normally
the
wears
hat.
it when wrestling.
You could wear this. You could still wear the hat.
He doesn't always.
He looks like a normal guy now. He looks like
yeah.
accountant Grimes.
He's a proper baby face now. I agree. He's lost something.
He says, "Hey Carmelo, I walked up to you dead in your eyes and told you I was coming for that title." And said, Orlando rental calls, and apparently I scratched your car. And they go, no, you're joking. Stop the jokes. That's our car. We bought that car. Stop that. Carmelo says, hey, you know what? Tony and Grimes, how about you two goofies have a match and the winner maybe gets a shot at the title? And then Grimes is in the ring, takes that photo of Pete Dunne because of the memorial service, and smashes it over the head of Tony D, who drops on his ass. And he sold it great. He didn't sell it like he got hit in the head with a chair. He sold it like it's just very like embarrassing.
He's we can see through it. It's like a cardboard thing. So like, it didn't play knocked out.
And it's just like, all right, okay,
yeah. I thought everyone here is good and comfortable in their roles, I think, and it felt like a good fun segment. So setting up the match, Tony D versus Cameron Grimes next week.
Is it next week? That'd be,
I think. Sure. And then winner to take on Carmelo. Who do you see going on here? I'd say probably Grimes, right?
I'd say Grimes just because I think it would make the babyface heel dynamic maybe work a bit. And then I think Pete has to come back. I thought Pete was in this casket.
So do you think he'll come back, or do you think he's written off and maybe we see him in the Rumble or something?
I think maybe because they brought him up again, you would have him come back. I legit thought he was going to pop out of the casket.
Waiting for him to come out and attack, and was thinking that would be so funny because that's so not a Pete Dunne spot.
Not at all.
But I was like ready for it.
Yeah.
I saw Randy in a. Did you see Randy yesterday?
He's in a gown,
graduation gown and cap. Great. I love old man Randy.
Last year he was wearing a mask.
Yeah.
Because he got burned.
Oh yeah, he wasn't he?
At least he didn't have bad makeup on. Well, that's later.
Yeah,
Sorry,
that's later.
No,
I quite enjoyed this.
I thought he was coming out of the casket and beating up Tony, which I think maybe Pete costs Tony the match.
Okay.
Steel cage, Tony and Pete. Final send off.
Final
Pete.
thing. Yeah. All right.
Why
cool.
not? Stretch it out a bit. Give the heat to Tony even more. Like you already did a memorial for him. I know Pete's probably wrestling on main event. He's busy. Yeah. But he'll sue me. Is Jeff Hardy's not available. No one can beat him. Damn. I actually thought some of the lines in this was really funny. The closed casket thing was really funny. That's huge mafia stuff. And then of course Carmelo. I actually thought Trick was really funny. There was a part where clearly Trick interrupted Mello and then realized like, oh fuck, wait, not yet, and then like got it on track. But yeah, I liked it. The matches should be good.
I think so.
The North American title scene is pretty stacked here, at least. The card
it's maybe the more exciting thing because that's kind of what I feel that title should be for. It's for more your 2.0 people, right? It's the rising stars. And I think they've got a good field there.
We go backstage. This is your main event.
Oh boy.
Briggs and Jenson are backstage. They're in a locker room, shirts off. They're hurting from their match. They lost. And they say, man, can't believe we lost, but we need to get our asses back to work. And that's not them that say that.
We got to keep on keeping on and get back to work.
Casey Catanzaro and Caden Carter walk in. And they say, come on, guys, what are you doing? Stop.
Hey, boys, let's go and have some drinks tonight.
Stop worrying. You can work hard tomorrow, but tonight we're going to party hard. And then you hear, ooh, and the camera pans up, and on top of the lockers is sleepy Wendy Chu, who's there, and says, he likes you, referring to Jenson and Caden. And then the camera pans back to them, and Jenson goes, no, I don't. And then she says, you don't like me? No, I mean, I do. I mean, I kind of do. I do. I kind of. And then Briggs is like, yo, bro, calm down. Stop. And then Caden says, okay, easy, cowboy. We'll see you later. Hit those showers. And then they walk off. And then Briggs says, damn, less is more, brother. Dang. Loves his Joe Dirt, doesn't he? It's clearly, easy, brother. Dang.
I mean, you performed this 10 times better than they did.
Yeah, this was so bad.
I complimented them earlier. I thought they had a pretty good match, and then they redeemed themselves here.
Yeah, wow. I mean, I'm not spoiling the worst of show, but they definitely made it on my list, and I'm happy that they redeemed themselves for me.
This is wonderful. This was wonderful.
I can't wait to watch this.
I loved how bad this was.
These guys are going to become. I can't wait till next year. They're my new favorite tag team, and I think they're the best.
Yeah. Jenson especially is terrible. His acting here, It's just so bad high school shit.
No, I don't like you. I mean, I do like you.
What say we go out tonight and party hard? It's so unnatural. Like, none of these people talk, like, people don't talk like this.
Don't talk like this.
Less is more, brother. Dang.
I do love Joe Dirt, but this was not a good rendition of it.
We gotta keep on keeping on, Braden.
I do say that a lot.
Jeez. Yeah, it's hilarious. It's so bad.
This was laugh out loud. It's so funny. I can't wait to watch it back.
Like, I feel for these guys because they're being given shit to do as well. They're not good at it, but this writing is horrendous as well. I feel sorry for everyone here. It's just like it looks like I'm watching like a high school drama club,
right?
Shoot something like, look, we made a movie.
It's shitty Degrassi. I feel bad for Wendy Chu. What's going on? You're just sleeping. You're just chilling there again.
Yeah, there's couches and shit in here. Why is she on top of a
locker?
locker?
Why are you on top of a locker? Watching these boys change. If this was the other way around, all these people would go off on wrestling Twitter.
Yeah.
Oh, there was a guy watching them
Jenson
change.
Sleeping on the lockers.
Oh, sleepy peeping Tom, Wendy Chu. Oh, yeah. She's just there. Clearly she's throwing the blame. Oh, like, he likes you. Like, why? Because you were listening on their conversations. That's like not cool. Sleepy Wendy Chu. I liked you last week when you did the Sleepy Matrix.
She has actually been there.
She has
in the background for a lot of these
She's been
scenes.
in all these segments, just chilling.
Yeah. Maybe
she knows everything.
Does she actually like
Jenson? Yeah, that's why she... No, I don't... Fuck, man.
And maybe Caden should like Josh. Get a little... And then...
I thought, like...
We got a little thing going
Casey, Caden, Briggs, and Jenson, they're all just friends and having a good time. But, like, I don't know.
No, Jenson definitely likes her.
Oh... Tune in next week on
We should
Riverdale.
have a bit of closer shit and having them swap and everything.
Now you're talking.
Yeah.
Wait, let's talk more about that.
Yeah.
This was the highlight of the show because we just laughed so hard.
And then
it's like they outdo themselves.
They did. They really did.
Nothing beats the original barbecue one, but this one is up there. No, it's just they're all bad. They're all fucking.
They're all bad.
Great stuff.
They're all bad. And then we go to these.
That one made me go, I'm making a drink for us. And then I said, write down notes for the next segment.
Yeah.
Which then you got really mad because it was this segment. And it was probably really hard to note down.
Valentina Feroz and Yulisa Leon. They're the dancing girls, if you remember. They danced the ring the other week. We've seen a little bit of them. And they said that we had so much fun with their match the other week. And we may not know this, but I think it was Valentina is a black belt in jiu-jitsu and judo, and she performed in the... I think it's Yulisa was performed in the 2017 Abu Dhabi Games, and she was training to be in the Olympics, but decided to be a wrestler instead. And they are two badass women. We are hard and we are hot. We are from different countries, but we are good at wrestling. It was all subtitled, and I couldn't keep up with all of it. And
you did a good job.
We just had a shot after that last fucking segment. And then they go, "Welcome to our jungle, baby."
They do end with, "Welcome to our jungle, baby."
Yes. Yeah. And then they're being interviewed by Mackenzie. So we've seen this little video package highlighting them.
They're going to be in the Women's Dusty Cup in February, they said. Yeah.
And then they're getting interviewed by Mackenzie, and Valentina goes to right away, their video's just ended, and she goes to say, "Welcome to our jungle, baby," again. When Dakota Kai interrupts and says what she said to, was it Indian
MSK.
Persia? Oh no, MSK. Nothing divides friendship more than success. And then Valentina and Yulisa are like, "What's your problem?" They're like, get out of here. And they have a bit of a little scuffle. So they're going to have a match later on.
Yeah.
Okay, Valentina and Yulisa, obviously English is not their first language. And I give them all the credit for like really going for it. And I thought Valentina actually showed a little bit of
I actually didn't mind the video at all. It was spicy.
No, the video was good.
Yeah, it was like loud and like they explained everything I needed to know. Like, okay, cool, and they're going for a certain style, and I think that's really interesting. You showed me all the men's team, but this is the first time you're actually showing me a women's team.
And it's people. I'd say these two are kind of like your Malik, Blade, Edris, and Enofe in the women's division. Like we've seen them a little bit since 2.0 started, but mainly in just enhancement roles. So it's kind of, and they did catch our attention the other week with their feathers and their dancing. So
it was great.
But yeah, I liked the video. I felt the interview segment, and obviously Dakota's a heel, but it kind of just felt like, again, high school, the foreign exchange student and people kind of being a bit mean to them.
Yeah, no, I didn't like the interview, and I didn't like the match that came later. I did not like. Yeah, it feels like this show, like I always complain about AEW is always yelling at me. I feel like this show is like, okay, we could do that too. And then since 2.0, it's like they keep trying to do everything. Like everything's always so fast when it's like, can you just slow down?
They try and get a lot in.
Yeah, like calm down. Like, why did we need this on this show, to be honest? But okay, yeah. Well, that match is later. But we go to our next match, which Kaylee Ray is going to be in. She is gunning for Mandy Rose and that women's title. Last week we saw Kaylee Rage smashing up the Mandy Rose photo shoot, which we thought, not great. You're destroying some photographer's gear. Mandy already did the photo shoot, so why are you mad that she's not there? But maybe she's sending her a message. But she has a match right now against Ivy Nile from the Diamond Mine with Malcolm Bivens. Diamond Mine in 3 matches tonight, and they're 0-1. So could they go 2-0?
They're 1-0.
Sorry, what did I say?
You said 0-1.
Oh man,
they're 1-0.
They're 1-0.
They want to go 2-0.
They could go 2-0 here with Nile and Kaylee Ray going 1-on-1. Kaylee and Nile go back and forth early on when Nile gets her in this like headlock and then like a leg headlock and then spikes her almost like a pile driver kind of thing. Like like some of
they called it a leg DDT. But...
Yeah, some people do like the Spike Rana thing. I think Candice LeRae does it, or is it Kalisto? A few.
Oh, when they're like on their knees and they do the Rana.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe
Kalisto
Soho
would do it.
Yeah, someone would do it. It's like you snap the person. So she kind of did that. It looked pretty cool. Kaylee Ray kicks out at 2. When they get to their feet, Kaylee Ray counters a counter and hits a super kick. When Mandy Rose comes down and gets involved, the women's champ gets up on the apron. It's Nile who escapes the gory bomb, the Kaylee Ray bomb, when the distraction here. And then Mandy gets shoved off, and then Nile gets countered and gets put in the KLR bomb again, but then counters that one again into a roll-up, 1, 2, 3, and Ivy Nile pins Kaylee Ray. After it's a whole scuffle with Toxic Attraction, when Indy and Persia come out for the save. Kaylee Ray, Indy, and Persia standing tall, sending these evil Toxic Attraction ladies to the outside.
Yeah, big win for Ivy. I found it kind of odd that they were going to go to this match because Ivy Nile's someone who's been is undefeated so far, and Kaylee Ray, I felt like, and I still feel after this, they're building to the Mandy Rose match. It felt a bit odd having Kaylee lose here, I think, when I feel still we maybe haven't seen enough of her on NXT for the fans to like really get to know her. So I thought odd choice to have this match at all. And then the brawl, I just get setting up more of the teams for your Dusty Classic.
Yeah, I guess so. I've been liking Ivy Nile.
Me too.
She looks like money, and she's we've only seen her a few times, but she's looked pretty good. And I'm a big fan of Kaylee Ray. We mentioned we just did a review of a retro ICW show, and she was on it with Dewdrop and Nikki Storm. Sorry, Piper Niven. Viper, whatever her name is.
Viper, Nikki
Cross,
Storm.
Nikki Storm.
Nikki
Cross,
ASH.
Nikki, and Kaylee Ray, and we were like, man, that was awesome. And I love Kaylee Ray. I was a little disappointed with this match because it was just short and quick. It was like one move each, and then the interference.
Yeah, I mean, Ivy, I think, looks impressive. Like, I liked her kind of head, like, leg trap thing.
Yeah.
I think she looks impressive, but this was mainly just to build up to the post-match.
Yeah, so it has been announced next week is a 6-woman tag, Toxic Attraction, Kaylee Ray, and Indy and Persia.
Okay.
So, yeah, cool. It cuts backstage, and all these trainers and referees are attending to, oh no, someone has attacked Odyssey Jones.
And Harlan's just standing there.
Or did Odyssey Jones just fall? Something happened, yeah. Odyssey Jones is on the ground, and we see Harlan holding this bent crutch. Odyssey is just screaming in agony as Harlan just, again, does the Michael Myers kind of stare and turn as Joe Gacy is standing there with his Mr. Burns look on his face, and then they walk away. So, damn. They clearly have they're very like the woke people in the world. They're like, they say one thing and then they do things other. They're like the Boris of the wrestling world.
Boris is not woke.
Sorry,
he didn't know he was breaking any rules.
Yeah, they just think they.
He didn't know he was breaking any rules, guys.
All right. Well, we've already had a lot of great moments on this show, but we've had some gimmicks, and it looks like if we may have lost a gimmick. If we lose the poker player gimmick, that means there's room on this roster for more gimmicks.
Oh yeah.
So let's spin the wheel and go to our next segment, the newest gimmick of NXT, which possibly could be Sarray and her Sailor Moon gimmick.
It seems that way.
Yeah. Sarray, pardon me, has a vignette here, and she's talking about her recent history here in NXT. She had all this stuff planned here in WWE NXT, but her time here didn't go as planned. I wanted to give up. There were times I wanted to pack my bags and leave. It shows her leaving to the locker room, but then I remember I have this necklace my grandmother gave me. My grandmother was my hero, and she taught me never to give up, and that I can conquer the world with passion and energy. As she holds up this necklace, this medallion, this glowing red, yeah, wow. Is it?
Why not?
Fighting evil by moonlight. Have you ever watched Sailor Moon?
No.
This is pretty much Sailor. It's like she's got a thing that makes her, gives her powers, makes
her
her
magic.
older, and then there's Tuxedo Mask and
okay,
everything like that. Good stuff. I'm excited. I love when we can cross over other things like anime into wrestling.
Why?
Yeah, I can't just be a good wrestler. You're really good.
Yeah.
I don't know. Also, I should know.
I don't know that.
I didn't know how she looked. Also, she had like pigtails and
it didn't
glasses.
look like her. Yeah,
It looked different.
Yeah, she definitely looked different with the look.
It's because it's her. She's gonna have an alter ego. So when she uses the power of the thing, she's gonna come out like the Emperor of the Sun or whatever. Empress of the Sun. What's her thing? Warrior of the Sun or something like that.
Yeah,
Sarray, the Warrior of the Sun. Yeah, that's her.
I don't know why you need to do this with Sarray. I agree. Like last year didn't go so well for her, but that's I feel more them just kind of forgetting she was there. It's how you book someone. I think we've seen Io and Asuka and Kairi in the. Okay, Kairi was a pirate, but
Kairi could be Sailor Pluto.
But yeah, I don't know if she needs to be given this, but
no.
We'll see where it's just in a show just littered with them. Anytime you see a new gimmick, you just start laughing, and I think they've seen you. I think NXT as a show has proven how like foreign talent can be engaging. You have Imperium with subtitles. Asuka and Io have always been so expressive, and whenever they've done the subtitle segments, always works really well. I don't know if we need to turn this girl into a superhero or whatever.
Look, I'm just jumping to conclusions. They did not do that.
You're right.
But it does seem that way. Like the power of this medallion's gonna give her powers.
It's either that or a gimmick is she loves her grandma. Like it's
I just really fucking love my grandma. And
Yeah.
I gotta do her right and win matches with this power. Or maybe she thinks it gives her power because her grandma that gave this medallion jewel thing. I don't know.
How long before this is like fighting off the evil spirit on Boa? Like she uses this to.
Yeah,
it's so.
Look, I know people might look at this and go, oh, they're being stereotypical again. You just kind of pointed that no, they do give fucking terrible stupid gimmicks to everyone. Don't worry, they go after everyone. Oh, they're an Italian guy who can wrestle. Cool, you're a mobster.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Trust me, they're doing it to everyone. I will say that I was mad at how they would always put Kushida and G-Road in the washroom randomly. Like I don't know what that was about. I still don't understand. I thought that was fucked up. So I'm like, don't don't just shit on it because see what I did there on this gimmick though, because maybe it'll work out. However, I'm already like, are you serious? What was wrong with her before? She was a good wrestler. You just didn't give her anything. So instead, you're putting glasses on her, making her look like these Japanese
like
like Japanese schoolgirl, and then the medallion with that's like what?
Which on a show when you're flaunting like toxic attraction, it's kind of then weird to see a young Japanese schoolgirl on the show.
It's just weird. I'm all for trying out things. Look, they tried a poker player. Maybe they got rid of it because it didn't work, and they're gonna move on. They kept keeping the woke guy because it's working. Clearly, some people think it's the best gimmick of 2021. It could be 2022. Maybe these silly gimmicks can work. So, like, obviously, we don't want to just say, "Hey, this is stupid" and whatever. But judging where they go with it, it could go in the direction where people might go, "This is dumb and stupid and maybe wrong to do." But this is only the first video we've seen.
Yeah.
And I'm just jumping to conclusions. But definitely watching it, being like, "Whoa, a medallion!" And from watching Sailor Moon a little bit as a kid and anime and stuff like that, it's like, oh. Is that now you're just going to go for that demographic? I mean, you are right. Kyrie was a pirate. So, I mean, like, they're just like, But that was always
She was always a pirate.
She was always a pirate.
Yeah.
Stealing the treasure of our hearts.
Yeah.
I miss Kyrie.
I miss Kyrie too.
What's she saying? She's got to be coming back soon somewhere else.
She's hinted at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be wild to see her show up in all other places. Yeah.
Sarray, week 1. We'll see.
Sarray, I have been a fan of what I've seen. The drop kick of death is definitely
again. I'm
awesome.
glad at least they haven't just completely forgotten about her.
Sure,
because she did just fade off. Then she was like losing to random people. So at least hopefully we're gonna see more of her. And again, if we end up getting good wrestling, that's
sure.
All right, I can ignore this shit.
The passion and energy. Of Sarray. Shout out, yo, you know what?
Wow, so much happened on this show tonight.
Just want to say, whether they are with us, whether they're not with us, shout out to your grandma.
Yeah.
One time.
Yeah.
Grandma.
It was my grandma's birthday.
Shout out to grandma.
On Sunday.
All right.
When I was dying from my hangover.
From your hangover?
Yeah.
You called your grandma when you were dying from a hangover?
No, I didn't. I couldn't.
Oh.
I sent her flowers.
Okay. Wow, nice.
And a WhatsApp.
Your grandma's on WhatsApp?
Yeah.
What kind of emojis does your grandma use?
No, she hasn't really worked them out.
Oh.
She spends a long time on a message, and then I'll reply, and she's like, "I just spent like an hour on that," and then you replied like that,
and she replies K.
Okay.
Thumbs up.
No, that's my dad. My dad does the passive aggressive thumbs up, not realizing it comes across passive aggressively.
Yeah, I do it. I love thumbs upping or thumbs downing things.
Yeah,
it's good. Well, shout out grandmas. All right, that's what we learned here today. What did King Moxley say? Like when the pandemic started, he's like, we're going through crazy. It was a promo. We're going through crazy times. He's probably lit. He's like, we're going through crazy times. Call your grandma.
Yes.
All right. We go to our next match, the Dusty Classic, our second and final match of the night in the Dusty Classic tag match. LDF versus Malik Blade and Edris Enofe. Enofe? Yeah.
Yes.
We get Edris in here hitting some pretty cool moves. There's a reverse sling blade at one point, which is like Shotzi kind of does it, where you kind of end up bulldogging
into a bulldog.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. Legado gain control, tagging in and out and beating down, putting the boots to both the guys. When Santos gets involved, he sweeps the one guy's leg right in front of the ref.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that just be a DQ?
Well, I guess it's discretion. It's a tournament match. The ref's like, let's see where it goes.
Nah, DQ him right away. LDF, you're out. Done. So the ref gets in his face and says, Santos, you got to get out of here. So he jumps on the apron to dispute it when I think it's Malik dumps Raul to the outside at one point. Braun Breaker shows up, picks up Santos, almost drops him face first on the apron. And then
he knocks him out on the apron.
And then picks him back up and carries him away like he's like when you have a kid who fell asleep and the parents got to pick him up out of the car and they're just dead. That's what this was. Braun Breaker carrying Santos away. Which then leads to, you guessed it, a distraction. And there's a roll-up. It's over. Malik and Edris advance in the Dusty Classic.
Yeah, I actually don't hate this. It means these two are going to face MSK next, which I think could be a pretty fun match. Look, I love Legado, but we've seen a lot of them. And I don't think anyone really expected Legado to win the whole tournament. So why not give these two a bit of a shine? And I see MSK beating them in the next round, but assuming MSK beat Jacket Time, which I would assume they would. But yeah, I'm interested seeing more from these two. So very, very quick match. Not really much to say about this.
Yeah.
But I'm not against the booking.
Yeah, it was pretty quick, but these guys have shined as much as we've seen them, and they've done a pretty good job. So I am interested in seeing more of them. We have seen Legado, and they're tied up with Braun.
We've seen
Santos.
them in MSK a bunch.
I don't know what you do with Legado. They should just go to the main roster. I don't know what else they can do here in NXT. It seems like they're the last remaining part almost of Black and Gold.
Yeah,
almost kind of.
I mean, they could float around on the main roster.
Yeah.
I don't mind them being here to just have good matches and help people.
Right.
I'd rather see them do this than 24/7 division.
24-hour.
Yeah.
No, that was that party we had the other day.
Oh, boy.
We go to our next segment. Malcolm Bivens is backstage.
He's all over this show. He's like the thread of this show.
Good.
Yeah.
Finally. Getting his flowers, Malcolm Bivens. He's backstage with Roderick Strong as he's shadowboxing in the background in the Diamond Mine gym. And you couldn't, if you're not listening, if you're not watching on Twitch, I just shadowboxed for those. Davey's doing it now, just to let you, theater of the mind. There's
Streets of my mind.
Streets of your mind. There's then Malcolm saying, we went 2 for 2, and now we're going 3 for 3. One step closer. Roddy's going to wipe that mat with the leader of Imperium. Walter, you put your hands on me, says Bivens, and you think this mat is sacred? This mat is a revenue generator for us. This is the place that will help us move on up to that deluxe apartment in the sky. Yeah, we moving on up. Shouting out the Jeffersons there, saying Diamond Mine's going to beat Walter and move on to bigger, better things tonight. I like this quick little promo here, and I like the Jeffersons reference.
Yeah, Bivens is great.
Yeah, he's a great talker. He should be doing this on the main roster.
They are setting up like the fact that all of Diamond Mine have kind of performed today. Sort of puts more pressure on Roddy going into this, and I wonder if we're going to see more of that in later weeks.
Well, Roddy Walter's the main event. We go to a video from Solo Sikoa. Remember what happened to him last week? I forgot, and I was like, wow, how could I forget that a man got a fireball in the face on TV?
Yeah.
Fireball. Damn, he didn't. He says, wow, I've been through a lot in the streets, but I've never had a fireball hit
I've
me
never
in the
been
face.
burned by a fireball before.
Never been hit by a fireball before.
What the
then says it burnt half my face. Then we get him like talking to us, but his side of his head, like where his like ear and his temple, the side of his upper head is taped up. And he says, well, my bloodline comes from warriors. We've been through a lot, and we all have scars from different things and different paths. But next week, Boa, he's going to get his revenge. And then takes off the wrapping, the bandages, revealing some Halloween makeup.
Yeah, it didn't look good.
Everything in these days is shot in HD.
Yeah.
Like, everything is really good, high quality.
Yeah.
At least our TV is.
Yeah.
So I could see that this was just maybe me or you doing our best job trying to do Halloween makeup.
Yeah.
No disrespect to anyone who did it, but sorry, it was cheesy.
It didn't look good enough. Obviously, we know it's not real, but like just
keep
have
the
it bandaged.
on.
Have it bandaged.
Just keep the bandage on.
No, I completely agree.
It was so funny.
Yeah, he says you bring your battle pain, and then he kind of puts war paint on
bring
the other
on
side.
mine.
So it's like an anything goes, no DQ, falls count anywhere match. I actually quite enjoyed their first match.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to this. I think it could be pretty fun.
I know, this is like,
But
you're already...
You just look silly.
You're already cool. You're already badass. Why
Why have you got burned?
Why bring it down a notch?
No, I agree.
Dickie Bird in the Twitch chat says, the cameras are high quality, but pity nothing else on this show is.
Never been burnt by a fireball before.
Never been burnt by a... Have you ever?
No, I've never been burnt by a fireball before.
I accidentally shot my friend in the face with a Roman candle, and he lost his eyebrow. But didn't look like Solo Sikoa.
The guy today was like, when he cut my hair, he's like, do you want me to trim... Shall I trim your eyebrows? I was like...
Do they need trimming?
All right.
Did he?
When in Rome? Yeah, he did it.
You should have got the double lines.
No, my dad's done that before.
No, your dad's like Malcolm.
He always said my dad's eyebrows get out of control, so I know he's tried to. this has always been his excuse.
Yeah.
He tried to trim them, and I'm like, well, why are there two? Why are there two lines
right.
in your eyebrow, Dad?
Yo, your dad's a G.
Yeah.
Damn. Have you ever done the lines? What is the lines through? It's just the look.
Does it mean you've killed someone? I don't know. What's
Yeah,
it?
maybe. You know, with your dad, you never know. Yeah, wow.
My dad hasn't killed anyone, guys. That I know of.
That we know of. Yeah. We go to... no, I'm just thinking of people your dad's killed. I'm going to message your dad.
Yeah?
Yeah. Remember when he kind of asked me where he could get weed?
Yeah. Anywhere, Dad. Actually, it was before the
Before it was
dispensaries were
legal.
opening. Now it's like every block.
Legal places.
Yeah.
He was like, hey.
I missed that.
He walks into my room. He's like, hey, you like Pink Floyd, huh? You know where I can find some people who like Pink Floyd? I was like, yeah. Kensington Market. Dakota Kai is up next against one of the...
Yulisa Leon.
Thank you, because I didn't remember who that was.
Or when I asked Sino earlier, who is this? He said, Isabella Conchi.
She's not. No, because she's Brazilian.
Yeah.
No.
But I wrote it down.
So you thought it was actually her name. Great. Yulisa Leon.
Yes.
Is her name. And she fought Dakota Kai here. Early on, she runs at Dakota, but gets tripped and goes face first into the turnbuckle. Dakota is putting the boots to her, beating her up. There's a strike to the jaw, sending her out. She gets in the face of her partner when she goes to hit her and then gets ducked and then ducked again and then gets a boot there on the outside. In the ring, Leon hits a follow-away slam, but it's got this bridge when she does it.
Looked beautiful, actually.
Yeah, this
really
looked
nice.
awesome, but Dakota kicks out of it. Dakota eventually gets up, counters a move, sends her into the corner, hits the running pump kick to the face. 1, 2, 3. Dakota Kai wins in light work.
Yeah, I was pretty impressed with what I saw from Leon. I thought she had some nice suplexes, and that fall-away slam looked really nice. It was quite interesting. Wade on commentary was really like shitting on Dakota at the beginning, just being like, this woman should be in the title picture. She should be a champion here, and she's just miles away from it at the moment with these losses. So putting a bit of steam behind Dakota, it feels like her kind of crazy persona is going to just be kind of picking fights with all these tag teams during this classic. Still not a fan of the character, but I am a fan of the performer. And yeah, it's a weird spot for Dakota right now. She's someone else who seems to just be floating around a little.
Yeah, it's crazy. She had a huge fan base before WWE NXT, and then through NXT, she definitely gained this huge fandom. She did a great job being here for quite a while, and then finally, as it feels maybe it's time to bring you up to the main roster or something, instead now she's doing this, and I think this is some of the worst stuff I've seen from her, when I know she's amazing and awesome. Even her wrestling, briefly here, was in the short match.
I didn't mind the match.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
Short,
yeah.
but like I didn't mind, like none of them
still hate this
were bad, but yeah.
Thing. I have an idea for Dakota, but I'll talk about it in a sec, because afterward, does she attack the other one as well after this? This probably said
they'll fight after.
We go to commercial. When we come back, Raquel Gonzalez is being interviewed backstage, and she says that she's not done with Mandy Rose. She wasn't the one who was pinned. I'm La Chingona, Big Mommy Cool, and I am still coming after you, Mandy. When in comes Cora Jade. She says, hey, Raquel, I have a proposition for you. Don't you want to be a 2-time winner, Dusty Cup? Sorry,
back
back to back. She says she's like, come on, why don't you be my partner and we can win this thing? Raquel says, well, actually, that doesn't sound too good, because it's your fault that I didn't beat Mandy for the title. You were the one who was pinned. So Chiquita, I like you, but don't get in my way. Thanks, but no thanks. And then she walks off. So Jade is just left standing there. And Cora Jade says, I'll convince her. You'll see. And then walks away. So Jade is going to try to convince Raquel to be with her in the Dusty Classic, when I think it should be at the end. Raquel's like, no, I don't want to do that. So Jade teams with Dakota.
Or she'll convince her by teaming with Dakota, and eventually Raquel's going to be like, yo, you can't be with this.
It's crazy. She's crazy.
Right, come with me. Okay. So still continuing this kind of Cora Raquel relationship, but I could see that.
We go backstage. Malik and Edris are celebrating their big win. They're saying, we did it. We did it. We won this match. Then we're going to go on. We're going to get to those finals. And baby, let's go. And then Braun Breaker shows up. And they say, hey, Braun, thank you so much. And he says, no, I didn't do anything. You guys did it. And you're going to go on and win it. So go win that cup. And they say, we did this. We did this today. We're going to win every day. Every day.
You see, these two here I found way more natural than MSK earlier.
Yeah.
They're younger, more naive, less of a character so far. But this celebration, it felt like two real people celebrating. And I think Braun sounds very natural as well. So
yeah,
good showing from them tonight, I thought.
We get a huge announcement.
Oh, yeah, this is big.
Fuck, man.
Very big.
Yeah, next week, not only do we have some of these matches, like the 6-woman tag and stuff, but singer Ollie Jayy will perform next week.
Yeah. Love it.
Yeah.
Big Ollie Jayy fan. Replacing Poppy, I guess, as the NXT artist. Yeah.
Wow.
Ollie Jay's a fan of us as well, I believe.
She retweeted us.
She did retweet us.
I'm a big fan of Ollie Jayy.
Yeah. No, I think this is going to be good stuff for NXT 2.0.
I think it's the right move.
I think so.
I think it's the right move for Ollie Jayy. They say it's because they use some of her music, one of her songs.
Yeah, good song.
A lot of is it your favorite Ollie Jayy song?
It's one of them. It's up there.
What do you think she's going to just do? One song or?
I mean, to be honest, you could just
whole performance.
I mean, she can do. She'll save Spooky Season for Halloween Havoc later in the year. We'll get her back for that.
Is that one of her songs?
Yeah. I expect she's going to probably sing Intentions. Maybe a bit of Slow Ride.
What's the song that she uses for NXT?
It's the Just a Perk, right?
Is that one of her songs?
Yeah.
Damn.
Do you know? I thought you were a big fan of Ollie Jayy.
No, I only found out about her today. But I'm a big fan of her Instagram.
Yeah. Shout out Ollie
Jayy. She's gonna be here next week. You're missing next week.
Oh no! I mean, I'll be watching it. Actually, it'll be on while I'm in the sky.
In the sky.
Sky.
You're not gonna buy Wi-Fi to watch Ollie Jayy?
Maybe I'll have to.
You're gonna.
I might buy Wi-Fi. It's like a 7-8 hour flight.
Dude, it's Ollie Jayy.
Yeah.
You're not gonna
have to see this live.
See Ollie Jayy.
Hopefully, I've got no one sat next to me. Oh no, that sounded weird. Just meant in general.
Yeah. Well, when you say things like that, no one's ever going to sit next to you ever again.
I didn't mean it like that. Just meant sometimes people look over and like,
you know, that's frowned upon.
No, but sometimes
it's not illegal, but it's frowned upon.
Come on, it is illegal. Oh boy.
Let's go to our main event. Enough time for talking. No more time for talk.
Yeah.
It's time
for the main event.
We go to a dream match, some would say. We go to the artist formerly known as Walter versus Roderick Strong in our main event. Is this a first time ever? This is a dream match for me, at least. I was pretty excited when I heard this announcement.
Yeah, I find it funny. They kept on...
they never really said it.
They kept on saying on commentary, a match you never thought would happen.
Right.
I'm like, why? These guys have been in the same company for years at this point.
This could have been a takeover
They've
match.
been in we've had Imperium versus UE.
Yeah.
But no, I don't know if they've fought.
We got to see them fight.
I don't think so.
Remember the match? It was Imperium versus UE, and then Wolf got hurt. That was pretty much Roddy putting that match together. At least that's what it looked like from a perspective just watching it. Remember? So he got injured.
There was the time Bobby got injured as well when Roddy just came in.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Roddy is good at that. He's a workhorse, honestly. But this is definitely...
I think it's their first meeting.
Like one-on-one at least. Yeah, because they definitely met in maybe multi-man stuff, but one-on-one. So this starts off just how we thought. Malcolm Bivens is ringside for Roddy. There's a chop from Roddy that sounded... damn loud.
Gunshot.
I know Walter gets the credit for the chops lately, but his was way louder here. He left a mark on Walter. Walter chops him down eventually, and then does a neck crank here.
The selling here from Roddy was fantastic, and I think this crowd are clearly one who know Walter. So even though Roddy's was louder, I think from the selling and just the crowd knowing this is a Walter chop, they were like chanting "Holy shit" and stuff like this.
Yeah,
Roddy was great here.
Yeah, Walter. I love when people sell Walter's chops.
Yeah,
bouncing around and stuff. Imagine The Rock selling a Walter chop.
3 backflips.
Yeah, you could probably do 4.
Yeah,
and getting a case of beer. Walter then boots him in the face, and then Bivens kind of gets up on the apron, so Walter kind of gets in his face, which is a distraction as Strong takes advantage. There's then Walter who slides out of a move and puts him in a choke. There's then elbow strikes from both of them. Walter then lariats Roddy in the ring from the apron, and then they're fighting up top, and he chops him off the top. Roddy then gets back up on the turnbuckle with Walter and superplexes him for a near fall.
That was great. The crowd, again, really got into that. I think a superplex we see in so many matches, but someone like Roddy, who's quite a bit smaller than Walter, it felt really impressive and was a really high spot of this match.
After this, they're toe for toe. They're going like strikes and counter for counter. Really slick offense from both guys when it ends with Roddy ducking a huge lariat and then running the ropes like a bullet train here, hitting the sick kick, one of his old school moves, but for a 2 count. There's then fight forever chants from the CWC, and then they're standing again. Walter is just chopping the hell out of Roddy here. He goes for a power bomb, but then it's countered. Roddy goes for the tiger bomb. That's countered into this like overhead throw backdrop, and then Walter connects with the power bomb, flattening Strong. 1, 2, 3. Walter beats Roddy. But damn, what a like pretty quick match, maybe like 10, 12 minute match here. They went a little bit with the overrun by a minute or so, but damn, definitely a pretty fun match for and honestly, probably the best NXT match we've had so far.
It lived up.
2.0. I mean.
Like Walter, I enjoy pretty much all of his matches, and I'm glad we got to see a proper like Walter style match here. These two, with more time, could have made it something a bit more epic, but I really enjoyed this for a TV match. I thought it was one of Roddy's best matches. I liked his match with Mello. But I thought it was one of his best matches for a while. I loved he does his running like elbows where he's going like the elbows to the face, and we're used to seeing Walter catch someone in midair with one of the chops, and I liked how Roddy was kind of scouting them all and ducking them all and eventually getting hit by the lariat. But I really enjoyed this.
Yeah, a huge fan of Roddy through the years, and finally getting to see someone like this. I wish we got to see this at a takeover level, one-on-one. Roddy going for the UK title or something back in those days. But
we've already kind of talked about it, but Bivens on the outside looked kind of shocked.
It cuts to him like when Undertaker lost the streak. Shocked.
And I wonder, having that promo earlier going about how we're 2-0 tonight, and having Roddy, the leader, lose, having lost the cruiserweight.
Yep.
Do you see something going on between Diamond Mine here?
I mean, there needs to be someone to fight Brandon Cutler.
Well, I mean, look, you're talking if the guy gets fired, but do you see, assuming they're not going to be doing any more releases anytime soon?
I don't know. I do think that I said to you when we were watching this, I go, if Roddy loses, do you think he gets kicked out? And then they cut to Bivens' face. It's like, ooh, and that promo, it does look like, or maybe they're just teasing us, but it could be like, hey, you know what, Roddy? You're a loser. You lost the title. You lost to Walter when we were on this hot streak. You're dead weight. You're out of this group.
Yeah, which is something, Roddy, of all of that old Undisputed Era lot, I love his wrestling, but is someone I do worry about on their own.
He's someone, though, if you've watched for years, like he always would have this, he'd join a team in a faction for a few years and then be solo and then be in a faction and then be solo.
I think he kind of needs it.
It's like he always does that.
I think he needs people around him.
I love him. He honestly,
and I think if he was to, again, he's someone who, I love him, but I can't really see him in a main roster run.
No.
Especially main roster in a group going up could work, but on his own, no. So I don't know. It felt like this angle was maybe teased, but I think if Roddy is staying in this company, absolutely do not pull him away from this group.
Yeah. If he's not leaving, and I know he recently re-signed and stuff, that he should stay in this group. So maybe they're just teasing some tension, but I know I love this guy. I think he's a great worker. It showed it here tonight. And Walter is someone who's awesome as well, too. So I mean, you could put Diamond Mine in. I see the Creed Bros going kind of really far. So if you keep this as a unit, bring the whole. Don't do what you did with Undisputed Era and not strike while the iron is hot. People shit on this Diamond Mine as soon as it happened because it had that nothing really going on. It was like Tyler Rust and stuff. They've been through so many changes. Maybe now it's actually working. Then don't mess this up.
I think we are getting Diamond Mine versus Imperium. As well.
Yeah.
The 6-man.
So maybe Roddy doesn't leave, and then they eventually kick him out, or someone else takes his spot.
But that 6-man sounds great.
Yeah, it does. Oh, Roddy and Creed versus the three of them. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I love this match. I love anything Walter does. I love Roddy as well. I'm joking. Obviously, you got the UE over and continuing the NXT storyline over in AEW, which eventually the end game is the Elite versus Era, and then I would assume Cole turns on those guys, but I don't know if Roddy ever goes back and joins these guys. But I'm happy to see Roddy wrestle regardless. But I enjoyed this match.
And the way this match was, Walter did feel like a big deal.
Yeah, they did.
I didn't feel they took anything away from his wrestling presentation.
Oh, but they'll take something away.
Oh yeah.
Just right now, as they announced, the ring announcer says, "And the winner of the match, Walter," and he grabs the mic from her and he says, 9, which I think means no in German. "The winner is Gunther."
Yeah.
As Imperium celebrate, Bivens is shocked.
Creed brothers run in to attack. Everyone's fighting.
Imperium's there. It's all war. Gunther. NXT goes off the air.
Gunther. I mean, we kind of talked all about it.
We kind of dug our teeth into it, but yeah, I mean, long story short, how ridiculous. You have gold right here, money all over the table with this guy. He's been one of the fan favorites for a while. He's been your secret weapon, your ace up your sleeve, and it's great that he's finally being used and more people will see him, but I feel like it's so wrong. I mean, yeah, it sucks, but that's what this company is. They go through phases of this, of wanting to own absolutely everyone's names and to not. It feels like right now, that's what they do. They rebrand everyone. Everyone's got to be their WWE version, so they own you. They can market you. It sucks, but I can't say I'm surprised. I hope this leads to Walter, when he comes back to the Indies, using Walter again, making this whole thing about how Walter. I'm sorry, the name is so stupid that I can't. I didn't ever buy a Walter shirt that just said Walter because his shirts have been kind of weird. But he's not a shirt guy. He's just popular with this hardcore fan base. There's so many people that love this guy, and how they pissed off so many people with that Survivor Series thing, and they just did it again, even worse by changing his.
I mean,
name.
I think Walter's a stupid name for a wrestler as well.
It can be.
He owns it.
He owned it.
He owns it, and
Look
it feels right. If you were to tell me, 15 years ago, The Rock, Stone Cold, Walter, I'd be like, what?
Although you're supposed to say it Volta. So
but no, you get it, like any name, you get used to it. But we're so used to this, and it's like, why? It's just WWE's gonna WWE,
and this is the way you do it. The guy goes, no, I'm not that.
I prefer that than one day you're telling me just announce them as Eric and Ivar, the Viking experience, and you're like, sorry, what?
Right.
I'd much rather this, and then next week him say that his fucking Nazi granddad passed it down to him in a medallion.
Fuck, man. That's Sarray's gimmick.
I'm mixing my gimmicks up.
Yeah.
Gave him down a poker chip. Yeah.
Honestly, just fuckery, man. How do you take one of the cool things that you do have that people like, and you manage to even fuck that up?
I want to hear his explanation next week.
No, I'm waiting for the Jericho or Renee or whoever podcast in about 2 or 3 years, hopefully, that he's like, don't know what I was thinking. Once they made me do that, I was trying to get the fuck out of there. I don't know. Maybe he's fine with it, and he's like, you know what? It is time for a change. I don't know. I thought for sure that name got super over. The chant, the music, everything, and you managed to still fuck it up. You literally made us pull out the tequila bottle tonight, WWE. You got us. We went down swinging, but you got us.
Should have had some Stroh Austrian 80% rum.
Yeah, I'm going to need that.
Be interested to see if the fans like the CWC fans take to this, or whether they still just chant Walter anyway. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Just wow. Bravo. You managed to do it. You got us again. Are we just being ribbed? Like, this is...
Yeah, it felt like it tonight.
It did. It felt like this was not real.
Yeah.
I would wake up tomorrow and be like, wait, I had a bad dream. They changed Walter's name to Gunther? Sorry, and also it's based off a Nazi name. That's fucked.
So the name trademark was Gunther Stark.
Right. But of course he's just going to go by Gunther.
Gunther, I assume, I would hope after this news coming out that they realise that Gunther Stark isn't a good name.
Absolutely ridiculous.
And just go with the Gunther.
Fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Man. Great main event, but wow, such a piss poor taste left in our mouth with the Gunther.
It's just an insane show. It's all over the shop. There were things I liked tonight. I did really enjoy that tag match between Creed Brothers and Briggs and Jenson. I liked Bivens throughout the whole thing. The main event was fantastic. There were things I liked in this show, but then you've got Sarray and Gunther and all this, and it's just yeah. It's a lot. A lot happens on this show. Jesus. LA Knight felt like a week ago, him coming out.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't that feel so long ago?
Was he over?
Yeah. He was over tonight.
Was he? Yeah.
He was pretty over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. I'm over this show.
Yeah.
Not every week. Every time they think they got me back in, and then they do stuff like this. Wow. Well, that's what we thought of NXT. You can join the Facebook group or the forum on Post Wrestling Forum there, and we'll read some feedback because we post up every Wednesday night. I'm going to read the first one. I see John Cena has posted a GIF of Sailor Moon.
Ah.
So that is
that an NFT?
No. Should we make one?
Sure.
We had this discussion when we got really lit the other night, and we were like, yo, we're making a upNXT NFT, so let us know if you'll support our NFT. I still know what it is, but...
Nah, me neither.
We're going to do it. We go to Corey, who writes in, I saw that Sarray promo package, and this is a real monkey's paw level thing for me. I wanted Sarray back on TV, but not like this. Horrible stereotype. Walter versus Roddy was good, although Walter changing his name to he wrote Gunther. Hopefully it's Gunther. Same thing?
Gunther, yeah.
Okay. Okay, he says. Yeah.
We go to Magan, who says, okay, Walter Strong delivered as expected, and when he grabbed the mic and announced his name as Gunther, I immediately cringed. It reeks of tone deafness. You go from having a 2-year-plus title reign to this is nothing sacred anymore.
He's not wrong.
Yeah.
He's not wrong, Magan. Walter writes in, who says, not gonna lie, I'm the big winner this evening.
Yes.
He also wrote in the Facebook group that he's not going to leave us. He says he's going to take a moment to promise everyone in the upNXT universe that I will never leave you for the Jackson Pollock brand. Huh. He's our one true
I'm
Walter.
Happy. I'm glad. We keep the real Walter.
The real Walter.
And finally, Sean says, I thought tonight was a really good show. The opening segment was entertaining, with Knight settling into his babyface role and Waller taking the next step in his heel journey by getting a heater. I enjoyed the Dusty matches as well. I may not like Briggs and Jenson's gimmick, but they put on a great match with the Creeds. Enofe and Blade moving on was a shocker, but maybe now Escobar will understand that Braun is the law. I also appreciated NXT giving a spotlight to a lot of the foreign-born talent tonight. A language barrier is a hard thing to overcome, no less so on national TV. And outside of EO, WWE has not really shown a willingness to do so. I was glad to see it continue that way with so many talents tonight. It's true, there was a lot of subtitled stuff tonight with Imperium, like Yulisa and Valentina, Dante Chen as well, who was speaking in English, but still, so, it was good. It's a world wrestling company. It's nice to see that represented. Continues, Wendy Chu on the lockers popped me. Oh, an unrelated note, Ivy Nile is very, very good. Main event was predictably awesome, but Gunther? Does WWE really want to get rid of the chance that badly? Or are they worried about the similarities to Waller? Hopefully they at least rethought the last name. Anyway, looks like we're still on track for Escobar versus Braun and Grimes versus Mello. Some other interesting stuff set up tonight as well. Exciting to see where it goes.
All right. Yeah.
Positive stuff there.
Positive. for Gunther. Big ups
Not for Gunther.
Oh, okay.
For everything else.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Guys, thanks for listening to us talk about NXT from tonight. We will be back tomorrow night. We record Up Next every Tuesday night, 10:15 p.m. Eastern Time, right after NXT. We would go live on our Twitch. We do the same thing Wednesday nights. We watch Dynamite, and then we talk all about it on BDE Elite. And we'll be here tomorrow night. We'll talk all about some Moxley.
Oh, yeah.
We'll talk all about some Cody Rhodes.
Coming out of isolation. Rejoice, Rhodes. Everyone. He's done his 5 days in isolation.
We're going to talk about Cody.
He's back.
He's going to be in the Rumble.
Without a contract, yeah.
No contract, Cody.
No contract.
I wish we had a likely, unlikely that Cody, Jeff Jarrett, and Triple H all start their own Fed. Likely.
Unlikely.
They're just the multiverse version of each other.
They are.
Yeah. We'll also talk about some GCW because I'm kind of stoked for that pay-per-view this weekend as well. So listen to all that stuff on tomorrow's show. It's on this very free feed. And speaking of this feed, John Cena with Shot in the Dark. He covers all the other wrestling that you don't watch, or maybe you do, and he talks all about it. Hey, Walter's Last Dance. You watched that as well.
Yeah.
I didn't get the chance.
I enjoyed it. Nathan Frazier, Ben Carter.
I mean, really, this was Walter's last waltz because changed his name. So, yeah. But it was a good match.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might have to still check that out.
Yeah, I liked it.
NXT UK. But yeah, listen to Shot in the Dark with John Cena, who unfortunately can't be in the Up Next Rumble, which is crazy because Frank that would be an amazing match.
He was kind of my pick to win.
Yeah, I was kind of.
I mean, apart from me, of course.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to win it anyway, so it's fine. But yeah, I was putting money on it.
It's got to work.
But yeah.
But Lego's got to be sold.
It's true. But there are a lot of other people. So again, follow our socials and stuff because that Rumble is going to be.
Yeah, we're going to be revealing on the socials certain participants and stuff in the next coming week. Well, week and a bit, I guess.
Yeah. So many podcasts. And of course, we are proudly powered by our Patreon. That rhymed kind of. Go check us out. Patreon.com/upnext. Only $5. All these podcasts, everything in the back catalog. That's ours. This is days.
Treat yourself to a t-shirt as well.
Oh, yeah.
ProWrestlingTees.com/upnext.
Hell yeah.
And if you're watching this on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button. Give us a like. Give us a comment. Nice comments are nicer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. People are mean, guys.
Yeah.
So when you want to be nice, now's your time.
Yeah.
Show us the love. And don't forget, shout out your grandma.
Shout out grandma.
Yeah. Hey guys, I myself, Braden Herrington. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram. I am at the Brady.
And you can find me at Davie Portman.
Take care. Goodbye. Be safe. And rest in peace, Walter.
Ahoy!